one. Welcome to the CMU podcast, and we have a special guest today, Justin Shannon. Yeah, buddy. Finally, man. Finally. We've been talking about this coming to Hawaii. Look at this gorgeous view, man.
Yeah, it's absolutely breathtaking being here. The first time in Hawaii, being able to experience so many different things. You know, discovering also the history that we have here, as well as just the beautiful sights and food. I'm definitely a food person.
Man, we have been talking about this since I met you. 2019? Was that almost 4 years ago?
It's December, so it's a little over.
December, yeah. Exactly.
So it's a little over. So it'd be about 3 years if we, 3 years and like 2 months.
Change, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because we met in person finally at my wedding. But we were talking about going on a trip and finally doing it.
Because remember, you grew up in small ass Troy, Texas. So when Apple was saying that we're obviously going to travel 2 hours away from Dallas, I was like, where am I going? I thought it was Dallas, and then that's where the wedding is at. But it just blew my mind how massive Texas is. You can go either way, 8 hours away, and you still be in Texas.
Yeah. So we just took a trip to Arizona, and as the drive to Arizona, it was like 8.5 hours from my apartment in Killeen to El Paso.
Yeah.
And well, at that point, I'm still in Texas, and you still had quite a ways to go. But majority of the entire trip was basically 15 hours.
15 hours.
And in that time span, majority of it was spent in Texas.
Did you guys have to spend the night forever in Texas and then continue your drive? Yeah.
So we slept over in the El Paso area, so that way my wife can rest, I can rest, and also my daughter is able to eat.
Oh, for sure, yeah. Now and then we met over there in Phoenix, which is great. It was brief, but man, I tell you, that was the start of something great. Now, before we even touch on that, tell me your background, man. Like family-wise, what's your? I know. What's your mix? Are you?
So I am mostly white, honestly.
Redneck white.
I like to joke around saying that I'm a coconut. I'm only brown on the outside, white on the inside. But so my parents, or my mom, is white, and then my biological father is Mexican. But I was raised by my mom and my stepfather, which are both white. Yeah. So that's why I'm completely whitewashed.
No. There's a little bit of German in you and Native American.
Yeah. So just from my mom's side, because it's the only really thing I can touch on. I'm German. I'm Czechoslovakian. Right. I'm Irish, hence the last name Shannon. Right. Native American as well. But I'm a mix of a little bit of everything.
Diversity in you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. I wanna talk about your background. So we touch on a little bit of family. Semper Fidelis. What does it mean to you?
So Semper Fidelis. So I spent 5 years in the Marine Corps, from 2014 to 2019. I spent 2.5 years over in San Diego, California, and then basically another 2 years. Training's in there too. Right. But 2 years over in Okinawa, Japan. Yeah. Absolutely loved the Marine Corps. Yeah. Definitely at one point planning on staying in. Family events happened. Yeah. So I needed to bounce out.
Yeah, but before you tackle on that, take me back on training day, man. Like the basic training. So did you have to go to Paris Island and?
No. So anybody on the west side of the Mississippi goes to San Diego. Anybody on the east? Yes.
That's a vacation, man.
No, not really. Not really. It's 13 weeks of hell. Okay. If you're on the east side, then you go to Paris Island. They do have the 2 boot camps.
Right. Yeah.
If you're ever landing in the San Diego airport, you see those little yellow buildings that are right next to the airport. Yeah. That is MCRD San Diego. That is the Marine Corps recruit depot for San Diego.
What made you go to the Paris?
So I was.
I'm pretty sure you're not that 17
out of high school, I ended up, I had different places that I could go play sports in, as well as I had, scholarships and stuff like that. And at one time I was planning on doing that, but my mom's health continues to decline. So what I ended up doing is I ended up staying nearby. Stayed nearby. I first started working at Walmart, going to school full time over at Temple College, which is a little junior college that we have in our area.
Okay, Temple is part of Troy, right? Or is it?
So Temple is just the town right below Troy.
Okay.
So it's still like literally it was 20 minutes from my house to the
I
campus.
think I've been there, right? You guys showed me around. Yeah.
Yeah. It's like maybe I would say basically about 7 to 8 minutes from where we got married.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
But anyway, so I was working, going to school full time. My parents ended up getting into a struggle as far as financially, so I needed a better paying job. I ended up applying for this. I tried to go to the warehouse through Walmart to go to Walmart distribution. They were kind of BSing me about, hey, you got to have a replacement, whatever. Maybe we'll look at 6 months from now, and I was trying to look for a little something sooner. So I ended up going to HEB distribution. I got hired on. I was a startup crew for one of their new facilities there, and I did it for 2 years. I absolutely enjoyed the experience.
What has that taught you?
I mean, it definitely that was the first time that
For money.
that was the first time that I got to a place where I didn't have to depend on anybody. I was able to 100% support myself and my mom, because when I was 19, she actually kicked me out because I ended up getting a tattoo. But with that, working long hours became pretty normal to me. I ended up not being shy to it, because of the fact I saw the benefits of the lifestyle. I saw the benefits of what I'm able to accomplish by working hard. So that's one of the main things that I took away from the HEB Distribution Center, is definitely not to be shy and just bust your tail so you can enjoy it.
I love it. I was telling him three days ago when we were here. This guy was a man's man. Providing for family. Real men break their backs for their family. That's what I was trying to convey in him. And what, you guys have been married for 3-4 years now.
So yeah, we've been married for a little over 3 years.
But you guys been together for 5 or 6, right?
Since 2016 October.
Exactly. So the character that I saw in you is just like what I was doing when I was young, and that's what I appreciate. And how you support your family, and not just financially, man. Like anybody can support anybody financially, but man, the hours of no sleep, hours of that's amazing. It's amazing.
Thank you.
Well, so yeah, we were talking about the military, right? So Semper Fidelis, staying loyal.
Yeah,
I wanna.
So Semper Fidelis means always faithful. It means always got your back. I'm always there for you. And it's definitely something that I absolutely live by, as well as their the essential core values of the Marine Corps, which are honor, courage, and commitment. Your commitment to what you do, courage to make a change, and that's definitely something that hits well and dear to my heart, and definitely something that I continue to strive for.
Very few and far between gets out of the military and have that character for it. Man. I saw that when you guys are trying to move Dallas back to Troy, and now heading to Phoenix, and you don't have families around you, but you have brothers in arms.
Oh, absolutely.
Helping.
Absolutely. So when it comes to I can't touch on every branch. I can specifically say Marine Corps. I know the Army is a little different. I have friends that are in the Army, and it seems a little bit different type of brotherhood.
Yeah.
So the Marine Corps is a gun club. It's definitely a.
I love it, man.
It's definitely a wild ass fraternity. and when it comes to each other, you know, we care about each other. We're there back. I mean, at the end of the day, we actually signed up to give our life for one another. You know, because I mean that's how the military is, right? You sign a blank check on your life to the government. But because the fact of all the shit you go through, all the stuff that you experience, you develop a true bond, and it's not like you know, we're just best friends, or you know, he's my buddy. No, he's my brother. He's there for me, and we work like that constantly, especially when, you know, heaven forbid, if they're in a tough time, they're in a dark place, mentally, physically, or whatever's going on, you know, we're there to support each other and lift each other up. And it's just having friends or having brothers like that is undescribable, because unless you've experienced it, or unless you've been in that situation where you literally had somebody there to pick you up from the ground, like, stop being fucking stupid, let's go.
Let's go.
Like,
man, let's go. Yeah.
It's an unbelievable feeling. But yeah, so you know, planning on moving over there to the Phoenix area. It's definitely super exciting. I do have some brothers over there.
That's right.
That are going to be, you know, helping me facilitate the move. As far as I have one that literally, when I flew into Phoenix on Tuesday, not only I told him I was coming. I had asked him, hey, do you mind if I just sleep on your couch? He offered to buy an air mattress. And I was like, man, no, I'm staying for one night. That's it. He's like, are you sure you don't need to stay longer? I was like, no, bud, I'm only staying for one night. I appreciate the thought. Well, and then when I was getting closer to actually arriving there, I was like, hey, bud, what's your address? I'll go ahead and Uber over. He was like, no, I have nothing going on today. I'm there to pick you up. He picks me up. He takes me back to the house. We can hang out for a while because it was like 9 o'clock in the morning. My interview wasn't until 2 o'clock.
Yeah.
At around noon, he starts preparing this huge feast, and I'm like, bro, what are you doing? He's like, you're here. So if you're here, so we're gonna celebrate. Yeah. And I'm cooking food. So he's from Ghana. He's a great dude. His name's Owusu. Yeah. He's one of the best guys that I know.
Yeah. Just so everybody know, he just recently got a job offer from Honda Chandler, Arizona, and as a finance manager. Yeah, buddy. Woo-wee.
Yeah, they called
both
me
excited. Man. Everybody's excited.
So that was last Tuesday that this happened. Yeah. But they called me on Monday, and it was great news. You know, I'm still going through the whole HR paperwork, but absolutely, I'm looking forward to starting that soon. But yeah, so my buddy, you know, he started cooking. He ended up throwing me his keys, like, here, go to your interview.
This is your Marine buddy.
Yes. Here, go to your interview. So I took his car to the interview. Obviously, I did very well at it. Yeah. I came back. This man had a full course meal. He had this like fried chicken, and he had this. It was like rice and black eyed peas. Interesting combination, but it was
food, man.
But it was absolutely delicious.
Right.
So that's what I ended up staying there the night. He ended up making sure I was good the next day to get back and forth back to the airport, because I was flying out the next day. But yeah, it was absolutely. It's one of those experiences that you come across with people where most people don't care.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. I want you to differentiate the life in the military, being in the Marine Corps, and how is it different from being now in the civilian world?
I mean,
I know you have little things to say, but share it to the viewers. Yeah.
So it is 100% different.
Yes.
Like I
That's
said,
what I'm saying, man.
Like I said, the different camaraderie, the way people think, and all that is totally different.
It's a dog eat dog world.
Absolutely. Like when something happens,
they'll be ready to throw you under the bus, and
something happens in the civilian world. They'll basically
not shitting on anybody, but man, we're just telling the truth. We don't hate the game. We're just trying to report it.
Like it's 100% different. Like In the event something happens, something goes down, they'll rather sell you out to save their own skin,
Yeah.
versus just take the brunt of the blow. I mean, I'm not saying that
It happens to everybody, but
gotta
we're talking about in general.
Yeah, I'm not
Yeah.
saying that somebody has to take a blame for something.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like,
Be accountable, man.
yeah, if you
Fucking
did it,
accountable.
if you did it, be accountable. But
That's right.
it's just everyone is. It's more of a cutthroat. But I am in sales.
Yeah.
You know, I've been in sales for over 4 years, and it is, and it's a little bit of different situation.
Right.
I mean, I can see where that might play into it, because it's more of like a, you know, you stick a bunch of alphas in a room, and you know, you expect them to get along. And sometimes they do, sometimes they don't.
No,
But-
100% of the time they don't. Alphas, man. But nobody, like, if you're an alpha, you don't have to say you're alpha. It's gonna show.
Yeah,
It's gonna show. What's take me back on like the Marine Corps, right? So how is it different from other branches of the military? How do you see that?
So
Give me your thoughts,
I mean, it's definitely the most disciplined branch.
This is
Yeah,
based on experience. right?
yeah, it's definitely the most disciplined branch. You know, what they do is they basically take your whole identity away from you. When you're going through the 13 weeks of boot camp, you no longer.
Oh, you gotta tell me about the letter neck, all those stuff,
like
man.
you no longer speak in the first person. You don't say I. You don't say, hey, I need to go to the restroom. You speak in third person as a recruit, and you say, this recruit requests permission, and then to whatever you need to do. There is no, they completely strip your identity as far as that, but it's not in a sense to you know, to belittle you or anything like that. It's in a sense to instill discipline.
Correct.
You know, and that's totally different than, you know, instant obedience to orders. You know, when someone says something, you instantly do it. That's a huge thing. You know, it's not like I've seen it. You know, growing up in a near a military base, army base, you see the difference. Where people are a little more laid back.
I got you.
And they're a little bit more laid back, and but when you see like Marine Corps, as far as, I mean, yes, they do a lot of dumb things. It's 'cause-
Part of the program. Part of the program. Shooting outside.
Yeah, it's windy. It's windy as hell there.
Go ahead, brother.
So like, with everything, like I lost my train of thought.
Yeah. When you're in the Marine Corps.
Like like the difference in the branches. Like, I mean, it is different, because the fact that we go through hell those 13 weeks, we go through hell generally in all the experiences that we do, because everything's handed down to us. Like, as far as like for even weapons, right?
Every Marine is a rifleman.
Oh, absolutely,
Yeah.
absolutely. So we all it's still the same discipline where you know, you can be a paper pusher, but in the event some shit goes down,
Correct.
now you have a rifle in your hand and throwing bullets down range. Like it is like that. And you know, they might joke around and call you a pogue and whatever.
Yeah.
But which pogue means person other than grunt. But
I love that. Yeah.
but it's still the same camaraderie, no matter where you're at in the Marine Corps.
Exactly, man. Like when the first time that I remember, I was so happy. Like, hey man, like you were giving me a gift, and then, I'm not sure if you remember this. That was 3-4 years ago. It's like, hey, here's my jacket as a souvenir. Oh, thanks, from the army. I was like, no, Marine. And then I was calling you a soldier. I was like, oh, no, tell me about that. Tell me about that.
No, so
That was
Marines
funny.
are not soldiers.
That's
Soldiers are
right,
the Army. Marines are Marines, and
That's
it'll
right.
always be that such. Once a Marine, always a Marine.
Always a Marine. Yeah.
And it's the same type of mentality. You can run in, you know, people.
Remember yesterday we were at the Pearl Harbor,
Yeah,
right? And then
yeah,
we talked to a guy from NAM, and he went through NAM, and he's a Marine.
Yeah, so like,
guys bonded.
Yeah, instantly we started talking. You know, we started talking about our different situations that we dealt with, and instantly it was like laughing and joking like it had been a friend forever.
Correct.
And then that's one of the great things about you know, being in the or being a Marine in general.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is
going
the
through hell.
Yeah.
He knew.
Yeah.
He knows.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
He went through too. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. We can bond over anything because that's just who we are. But the brotherhood doesn't just, it's not just the ones you serve with. It's all over. I haven't applied for a single job. I'm a huge networking person as far as you know, the different people, meeting people along the way. Hey, if you need something, I got a guy. So I'm always been that type of person.
Correct.
I've literally been hired for jobs just because I am a Marine. And just because the guy's brother was a Marine, and he's like, "You're hired," and I'm just like, "Why? You don't even know if I'll be like suited to what what you want."
Yeah.
He's like, "I don't care. I know you're disciplined. I know what y'all have going on. You're hired."
I love it.
And that was crazy because that literally happened right after I got out of the military.
Yeah.
And it was
No, it was a big move. I think one of your biggest moves because coming from deployment in Okinawa, Japan, and moving back to the States, mainland, Dallas, Texas. Tell me about that, man.
I mean, at first, like it was crazy. Like you know, it was on my own.
Exactly, man.
But you know, they have a really good transitioning program. You know, coming out of the military, so they kind of, you know, break it down to you. But of course, I didn't join at 17 or 18.
Correct.
I joined at 21. So I had the experience and knowledge of how to actually live life outside.
Correct.
You know, I ended up working 2 jobs. I had a apartment, a 2-bedroom apartment, and at that point I was waiting on my wife to come back to the U.S.
Correct. Yeah.
And it was fun while it lasted. However, my mom ended up getting sick, so that's the reason I left Dallas. But I definitely do see that if by putting in hard work, putting in the effort, it's you know, nothing's impossible. You know, like I said, I worked in 2 jobs. I literally worked Monday through Friday at one job, Saturday to Sunday at another job. Going from being a general manager for a garage door warehouse, which is the one that hired me because I was a Marine,
Correct, yeah.
and then a salesperson on the weekends. Like it's completely possible.
No, man, nobody. No, I do odd jobs, you know, 2-3 jobs, but it's crazy. Monday to Friday, and then Saturday.
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah, it definitely was. I mean, it was exhausting at times.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, man. Like real men really, literally, you know, break their backs to support their family. That's what I'm saying, man. And what's your thoughts on, say, I know now that you know, in 3-4 years time, being now your occupation is finance manager. You didn't go like as a finance manager right away.
No.
You have to go through the ranks of being a salesperson.
Yeah.
And then, you know, slowly you have to go back to school. Tell me about that.
So I started in the car business in 2020, selling vehicles. We had brands such as, of course, you had your pre-owned, but you had Hyundai, you had Ford, and we had Volkswagen. I was in Killeen, Texas at the time. And it was great because of the fact that, you know, it was more of a mom and pop place, and the whole time I was there, you know, I excelled. I've been blessed to be able to excel at pretty much anything that I've been able to put my mind to.
Because you're a hard worker.
Thank you. But I was there, and then I ended up, you know, the place ended up selling. I was with that company for a while, and then I'm currently I'm at a Chevy store.
Yeah.
As a sales rep, but soon to be in Chandler at a Honda store for finance.
Yeah, in Arizona,
Yeah, in Arizona. So with that, in sales. You're generally in sales for a few years, and you get the opportunity to move your way up.
Yeah.
I kept having that carrot honestly dangled in front of my face. I also spent some time as a internet sales manager, where I was desking deals and all of that. So almost as a desk manager role, but on the internet side, closing deals, shipping vehicles all over the U.S. And that's what we did. That's what I did when the company ended up selling. And I liked it, but I was looking for something more.
Yeah.
Always wanted to get into finance, and that was always kind of the dream on the horizon.
Yeah.
Well, one night I was searching around on the internet, and I was like, you know what?
On that rabbit hole.
I know that there's required schooling, or sometimes if you're lucky, the company you work for goes ahead and pays for it, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was seeing, what can I do to advance my career? I hate the thought of being stagnant. I definitely feel that complacency kills.
Yeah.
If you get too comfortable in a situation and you don't look for advancement, well, what if that falls through? What do you have?
Okay.
You definitely still gotta strive forward. And I feel like it's a never ending strive to go forward.
Facts.
Because you shouldn't get comfortable with your situation. This is how I feel. So I ended up finding this school. It's called Automotive Dealer Institute. It's out of Scottsdale, Arizona, and it was great. That I found this school because not only that I was able to attend it, I was also able to get my VA benefits, my post 9/11 GI Bill to pay for it. So it was absolutely great. They paid for it. It was a 4-week course. It was 160 college hours.
Right.
And it was just cramming test after test after test after test.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, she was telling me all about it.
Yeah, it was exhausting at times.
No, this is what I was telling Apple, that the military teaches people. They pressure them. They try to break them and see who breaks under pressure and who excels under pressure, and how you can push them more. And that's what I was. Yeah.
So what they call it is the event that you're going through a situation, right? And pressure goes on, and if you're able to continue forward, do you get lost up in the fog of war, or do you continue forward and complete the mission of what you're trying to do?
Correct.
And with everything going on, it was quick. Everything was quick. I ended up I applied for the school at the end of December. I started it on the beginning of January.
Correct. Yeah.
And then I was there, and then from there I graduated at the top of my class with a 99.7 7 GPA.
Yeah, buddy.
So I definitely pushed myself there.
Correct.
I had a few different places I had applied for.
Yeah.
I was able to apply for AutoNation, which is the company that I'm actually going to be working for. But not only did I apply for them, great thing is again networking. The guy that actually owns the Automotive Dealer Institute is a good friend. He's a Turkish guy that is also friends of the finance director that's there. So I don't know if that got me in. I don't know, but he at least knew what I was about.
Exactly.
And then knowing that I made that commitment, because like I said, I a dealership didn't pay for it. I took care of my own. I sought my own step forward.
That's great.
Because like I said, I'm not gonna let someone dangle a carrot in front of my face. Because I know what I'm capable of, and I know you see that. You wouldn't be having this conversation as far as dangling a carrot in front of my face if you didn't see it in me.
Correct. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
So why are we bullshitting about the subject? Let's do it.
Yeah.
And that's how I truly felt. So I went ahead and took the class, and then it's just been literally since then I've been just moving.
Right,
Because I came back from the class, went back to work, went back to work for a few days, then ended up flying out to
Back to Arizona.
flying out to Arizona. That was the time with the Wusu.
Yeah.
And then I came back. I came back on a Wednesday.
Uh-huh.
I worked Thursday,
Yeah.
and Thursday night I flew out here.
Flew out here.
Yeah, exactly. Flew out to
LA
LA.
first, yeah.
Attended a wedding, and then now we're here.
Yeah.
Like, I've been constantly moving. I get back, and I'm going to be
Packing my bags again.
closing out everything that's in
Yeah,
Texas.
exactly.
Packing everything up, loading up a U-Haul. I got a good buddy of mine. He's just a close friend of mine.
Yeah.
His name's Pedro.
Shout out to Pedro.
He's gonna help me drive everything up to the Phoenix area, take care of everything, and I'll fly him back.
No excuses, man. No excuses. Let's go.
Absolutely. I mean,
Imagine we are here in paradise for a week, but we're still thinking about the big things. This is what you were saying. Complacency kills. We always have to self-improve.
absolutely.
We cannot stop, man.
So once my family my family went with me during the 4 weeks in Scottsdale, Arizona, and they absolutely loved it. So once they had decided that this will be a better place, or a very better area, because the area that I'm in is not the great, right?
Yeah, exactly.
But if this is gonna be a better area to raise my baby girl,
Yeah.
I was like, absolutely, this is what we're gonna do.
Great.
So not only do I have the finance manager gig, I actually have I ended up getting a solar gig as well.
Yeah.
That was gonna be my quote unquote fallback plan.
Exactly.
I'm still gonna work it.
We cannot. For sure. We are making six figures, but we cannot rely on one income, man.
Oh, absolutely not.
There you go.
Like, I mean,
That's what I've been saying. Yeah.
I'm still gonna work it on the side. You know, I'm still gonna do it on my off time,
There we
free
go.
time, and whatever.
Right.
But literally, this whole time, before I even got the call, even since I've gotten the call that hey, I was hired, you know, I spend the day with family, hang out. We are able to see these beautiful sights and experience these beautiful things. You know, spend time with my daughter. You know, we eat dinner. We can do the bedroom routine. We put her to bed. At that point, I'm in the process. I'm studying. I'm studying for the solar gig, so that way, you know, if there's any delay on the hiring process, because of course, with the bigger company, there's sometimes delays.
No. He's being humble. We were off to bed, getting ready for bed, and this guy had one beer in his hand and one hand studying. This guy he's a beast, man. I tell you, this guy is a beast.
Like, I mean, like I said, like I don't want to have any limitations.
Correct. Yeah.
With me moving over there, you know, I don't never know what's gonna happen.
Correct. Yeah.
So having backup plans on backup plans is incredibly important, because at the end of the day, I'm the sole provider.
Correct.
You know, I can't let anything, you know, negatively affect my family.
Correct. Yeah.
So that's
we understand our role as men.
yeah.
You know, we provide provision, and we want to take care of the big things.
Yeah.
You know, because at the back of our minds, you know, we cannot fuck up. We cannot fail, man. We operate on reality based on, if I don't work, you know, women, our wives, you know, they can, you know, it's elective for them to work, but men have to work. We have to provide. We have to protect our family. That's what I'm preaching, and you embody that, man. You embody that.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, and with today's society, man, like everything is so fucking scary.
Dude.
Like I you know, I'm a grown man, and, you know, I served in the Marine Corps or whatever.
Yeah.
But and most things don't scare me. But when it comes to my daughter, that shit absolutely terrifies me. Anything bad, negative happening to her absolutely terrifies me. And with the unfortunately, with the world we live in, the child care situation is not the best. I mean, just a few months ago, they had the little these teachers that were putting on masks, going around scaring little kids, like 3 and 4 year olds. 3 and 4 year olds. They're going around
man,
scaring the
yeah.
kids, putting like a scream mask on. These little kids crying, traumatizing them. Like that's
Dude, they'll never outgrow that, man.
that's completely uncool. Not only that,
Crazy,
then you hear about these people that these daycare centers that are feeding, giving them medicine, like Benadryl to help them sleep, so they sleep through the day, so they don't actually have to work.
Oh
Like
my
it's
God, man. It's crazy. It's like we were saying, it's a clown world, man.
yeah. So like
Clown world.
it's so with my wife, me being, I definitely will do the absolute most that I can do
Correct.
in order to take care, benefit them, as my family. But it is crazy to think about that situation. So that's why my daughter is in the absolute best hands. My wife's able to be a full-time mom.
Exactly.
So
just so everybody know, sorry to cut you off. Just so everybody know, his wife has masterals, eligible to work anywhere she wants, but he has put her in an elective, whether she needs to work or not. Okay, no, stay with her daughter, raise her to be, as they see it fit. And after that, she grows up. If she wants to work, this is what I'm saying. Women is elective to work, but for men, real men, we have to work. We have to provide.
yeah, I definitely agree on that situation as far as, and of course, she asked me to, I would take care of daughter.
That's right.
I mean,
yeah.
that's if it came down to it, where, because I know that, I will never state that her job is easy.
Yeah, no.
I would never state
Dude,
it.
24/7, no vacation.
Because-
Even though we're here in paradise,
Yeah.
she's still working.
Absolutely. Like, I would never say that her job is easy.
Dude,
I know that if it was flipped reversed, I would struggle to be able to do it.
Tell me about it, man. Tell me about
so, if she ever came down to where it was for a mental state, where it's like like baby girl has to go into something, or this time we'd hire a nanny.
Yeah.
I would want someone, that I personally know, or that we vetted thoroughly.
There you go. Yeah.
To take care of baby girl, and then she'd be able to work at that time, or if she was or if we weren't able to do that, I wasn't able to, to get somebody, then I would take care of the daughter myself.
Yeah.
But
What do you call that? Semper Gandhi? Semper Gandhi?
so
Yeah. I remember, but
So yesterday we had, the other day we had this event where we ended up, we're gonna go on a hiking trail, and we didn't realize that you had to
reservations.
You had to get reservations and all that. So what we ended up doing is we ended up,
Winging
winging it, replanning our whole day to do something else in order to just to still make the day a day,
Exactly, yeah.
So I ended up using the term Semper Gumby, and he was like, well, what does that mean? And well, Semper Gumby, obviously, Semper Fidelis means always faithful. Well, Semper Gumby means always. As for the Semper part, well, the Gumby means flexible. Always being flexible with your situations and basically adapting and overcoming in order to pursue forward. It's one of the things that I had learned in the Marine Corps, because shit's chaos. We used to joke around saying USMC stands for uncomplicated shit made complicated. And you just get used to, by the edge of your seat, just flipping plans, going different directions and all that. You get used to it. And we definitely were, still made the day a great day. And we didn't let it slow us down. We're actually going to be going on the hike here in a little bit.
Yeah, in Diamond Head, man.
Yeah.
I'm really excited for it.
Yeah, we're able to get the reservation.
But man, I'm excited for this beach, man. We are going to do a part 2 of this. Watch out. We are definitely gonna do this again.
Okay.
But we are running out of time, and I think we gotta enjoy. This is we had to sneak this in, man. This podcast has never been planned. I had to sneak this in because look at this, man. It's paradise. But we still working. We still hustling. And brother, I appreciate your time.
No problem.
Yeah, buddy. Woo!